Hello students of ninth standard. This is Sivajyoti, your English teacher. I am back with B reading section of Unit Humor. The B reading section is The Duck and the Kangaroo poem. The Duck and the Kangaroo poem is written by Edward Lear. Now, let us know more about the poet. Edward Lear. He was born on 12th May 1812 and died on 29th January 1888. He was a British artist. Illustrator. The meaning of illustrator is a person who draws or create pictures for magazine, books and for advertisement. He is an author and poet. Renowned today primarily for his literary nonsense in the poetry and prose. We can see in his poems and in prose lot of literary nonsense. In his childhood, he suffered from ill health. After long decline in health, the meaning of decline is a gradual and continuous loss of strength. Due to that, he died of heart disease. His principal areas of work as an artist were threefold. Threefold meaning is three times as great. As a draughtsman employed. The meaning of draughtsman is a person who makes detailed technical plans or drawings employed to illustrate birds and animals. He used to illustrate birds and animals, making color drawings during his journeys. As an author, Lear is principally known for his popular nonsense works. We can see lot of nonsense in his works rather than a travel writer. These show a great ability to use with relish the sound of real and invented English words. The poem The Duck and the Kangaroo is a poem with a touch of light humor. We can see a light humor in this poem. Let us get started with the poem. The Duck and the Kangaroo. Here in the first picture we see the two characters, kangaroo and duck. Now here there is a conversation between the duck and the kangaroo. The poem elaborates the desire of the duck, confined within the limits of the pond, to go beyond and travel the world like the kangaroo. The duck requests the kangaroo to take on a trip and find a solution to the problems which the kangaroo would face. Now, let us see the first stanza. Let me read out the first stanza. Said the duck to the kangaroo, "Good gracious, how you hope! Over the fields and the water too, as if you never would stop. My life is a bore in this nasty pond, and I long to go out in the world beyond. I wish I could hop like you," said the duck to the kangaroo. Now, what did the duck say to the kangaroo? The duck said that its wish is to see the world beyond the limits of the pond. It wishes that it could also hop like the kangaroo. So, this was the meaning of this first stanza. Then, let us move to the second stanza. Please give me a ride on your back, said the duck to the kangaroo. I would sit quite still and say nothing but quack the whole of the long day through, and we would go to the Dee and Jelly-Bo-Lee, over the head and over the sea. Please take me a ride, oh do, said the duck to the kangaroo. The theme of this stanza is that duck requests the kangaroo to give a ride on its back. So, it promised that it would sit quietly and would just quack all the day. The duck lists the places that they would visit as Dee and Jelly-Bo-Lee. The meaning of this is a beautiful place which was imagined by the poet and would hop over the land and sea. This is the meaning of this second stanza. Let us move to the third stanza. Said the kangaroo to the duck, this requires some little reflection. Perhaps, on the whole, it might bring me luck. And there seems but one objection, which is, if you let me speak so bold, your feet are unpleasantly wet and cold, and would probably give me the rheumatiz, said the kangaroo. The meaning of this stanza is, the kangaroo replied that it had to think over it. Reflection is think over it. The idea could be good, but he had an objection that the duck's wet and cold feet could give it rheumatiz. The meaning of rheumatiz is it would give it body pains, a disease which gives pains to the body, said the kangaroo. Now let us move on to the next stanza. Said the duck, as I sat on the rocks, I have thought over that completely, and I bought 4 pairs of worsted socks. Worsted means woolen socks, which fit my web feet neatly, and to keep out the could have bought a clock. And every day a cigar I'll smoke, all to follow my own dear true love of a kangaroo. The meaning of this stanza is, the duck said that as it sat on the rocks, it had thought over it. So it thought many times in order to avoid what the objection raised by the kangaroo. It thought about it, and the duck had bought 4 pairs of worsted socks. Why? In order to stay warm. It would also bought a clock. Clock means a coat which gives heat to the body, and it will have a cigar a day. It will smoke a cigar a day. Why? To protect the kangaroo, as it was her beloved one. Now we'll move on to the last stanza. Said the kangaroo, I am ready, all in the moonlight pale, but to balance me well, dear duck, sit steady and quiet at the end of my tail. So away they went with a hop and a bound, and they hopped the whole world 3 times round. And who's so happy? Oh, who? As the duck and the kangaroo. Now, meaning of this stanza is, the kangaroo was satisfied with all the words of the duck, and with that duck's response, and got ready for the ride. When at night, when the sky was filled with the pale light of the moon, they started their trip with a hop. The kangaroo asked the duck to hold it firmly, and they traveled around the world 3 times. How many times? They traveled for 3 times. Around the world 3 times. Both of them enjoyed each other's company. In this way, the duck and the kangaroo were true and selfless friends. At last, the message the poet wants to give us is, through this, the duck and the kangaroo poem is, one should have the true friendship which is selfless and polite. Here, the kangaroo proved that it's a true friendship towards the duck. So, dear children, I hope you understood this poem. So, once again, you read the poem, try to write the summary of this poem. Thank you.